My name's Brian Shaw. I'm president of the George C. Marshall Foundation. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Foundation, it is my pleasure to welcome you to what is the 34th Annual Cadet Command Marshall Army ROTC Awards Seminar. Over the next 2 days, you will be exposed to the top leadership of the Army, civilian leadership who's formerly served in the Army, and others who will, we hope, educate and inspire you.
I thought the roundtable sessions were completely awesome.
I learned a lot, about what it is to become a leader in the different sessions. I thought they were very diverse.
I like the in-depth conversation, and the knowledge of the roundtable leaders was excellent.
I especially enjoyed two of my roundtable discussions. I did Russia, ally or antagonist, and then I did Northeast Asia roundtable.
I like them all, but I'm going to say that I like the Battle of Roberts Ridge. It was very interactive and it was great.
Social media, I learned a lot from it.
Profession of Arms, discussion on ethics, role of platoon leader and NCO, because that's a relationship you really have to understand as a second lieutenant.
Well done by the historians that presented it to us, and there were a lot of lessons to be learned from it.
On behalf of our hosts, the Virginia Military Institute, Washington Lee University, the George C. Marshall Foundation, of course, the United States Army Cadet Command, we welcome you to historic Lexington, Virginia. It was in this town and among these buildings that a young man from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, began a career that would lead him to become the Chief of Staff of the United States Army, Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, and ultimately received the Nobel Peace Prize for his humanitarian efforts in restoring the European continent following World War II. George Catlett Marshall.
The basic goal of this leadership seminar has been and remains to instill Marshall's values in the future leaders, you all, of our U.S. Army.
It's a distinct honor to be here, and I want to thank each of you for joining us to being part of this great yearly event that will help shape your generation of our next leaders.
It's my hope and my prayer that you will reflect in the leadership legacy of this tremendous servant of our nation, George C. Marshall. You will be leaders who serve with moral courage, leaders who will serve positively through problems, leaders who will serve selflessly in ways big and small.
The American people rest comfortably every day because they know that all of these young men and women who are putting themselves and others in danger of life and limb are doing so under the leadership and guidance of a select group of people. Americans are comfortable with what they've asked us to do because they know that our soldiers are led by those in whom they have reposed special trust and confidence to do the right things.
That, it seems to me, is our solemn obligation, to ensure this nation's continued respect, build on the valor, sacrifice, and bloodshed of those who have volunteered to serve. We must ensure that our nation's strength, our nation's resolve is never again so challenged.
You are to decide the important question on which rests the happiness and liberty of millions yet unborn. Act worthy of yourselves.
Figure out what is fundamental in the branch you've selected, and don't just be satisfied to get pretty good at it, master it. And mastering requires a degree of commitment and time and lifelong study that you need to put in your rucksack. But as Marshall Award winners, we have every expectation that you both can and that you will.
I thought it's been absolutely amazing. We've got to see a lot of really good speakers, speak on behalf of leadership.
We met a whole lot of very influential leaders, and it was just an awesome experience to be able to come out here and hear their point of view about the Army and where we're going and where we are right now.
Even though it's a hectic time of the semester, I feel like it was really worth my time to come out here.
And ultimately, it's going to help us, further our military career.